We are in Brazelton, Georgia, the site of the 7th race of Season 1 of the SCRL Telcel Mexico Series here at Road Atlanta. Yes, the second ever road course event in Mexico Series history. The 18, Amoco White Line, who just scored her first win of the season in the last race of Texas Motor Speedway, will be leading us to the green. Starting beside her was her rival for that entire race, Rocco Timon. So this is round 2 between White Lion and Timon. Points leader Colin Jubber will be starting in the 3rd spot. He has a 1-point lead over Crazy as Crazy. It was the opposite going into Texas. Crazy as Crazy had a 1-point lead over Dryburgh, but leaving, Crazy lost 2 points to Dryburgh. So, Road Atlanta, 13 turns on this 2.48 mile road course. The NASCAR Busch Series, otherwise known as the NASCAR Xfinity Series now, raced on this track 2 times, and they never came back, which is kind of disappointing. I like Road Atlanta. I mean, it's close to my home. It's in the state I live in. It's only like, 45 minutes to an hour away from me, and it's a pretty neat track. I've never been to it, but I love road courses, so this was a no-brainer to put on here. We are not going to go to Road America. We'll just go to Road Atlanta to see how these cars handle. So, yeah, here's the command for the 7th time here in Season 1.
Drivers, start your engines!
So after a fantastic race at Texas, how will these drivers handle the road course here at Road Atlanta? Amoco White Line went the entire season basically in the ARCA Series without a win, and she's been struggling all season long. She heads to Texas. She battles Rocco Timon all race long, and what a race it was, and she got her first win of the season and a pretty good showing. We'll see if White Line can win back-to-back races like Colin Jubber did earlier in the season. Pace car pulls in, and we are racing at Road Atlanta. Heading off into turn number 1. Heading up this little front stretch. Well, not front stretch, stretch. And to the S's. Look at these. Look at the S's right there. That's pretty neat. As Rocco Timon takes over 2nd, Dryburgh is back to 3rd. Morgan McPherson 4th. And Nick Kennedy is 5th. There's Crazy as Crazy in the 7th spot. Did not get the best of starts, as White Line leads them through this little turn. White Line is trying to do what Dryburgh did earlier, win back-to-back races and lead every single lap at the road course. Because as we know, road courses aren't that great when it comes to racing quality, as we can already tell by the spread out field. As we got a car trailing by Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater did not get his car going at the start. White Line leads him into the final turn. And we have completed 1 lap here at Road Atlanta. Might have been a bad choice already. And for those of you that are asking, we are at 90% here today, here at Road Atlanta. 90% seems to be a good buffer zone, where they can actually race and still have wrecks, as we saw at Texas. Well, actually, no, Texas had 110, so pardon me. So Dryburgh is in front of his rival right now. So Dryburgh will gain several points over Crazy as Crazy as they run right now. Of course, you never know what could happen. He could blow up. He could wreck. Crazy as Crazy could get a huge run and start passing drivers. But right now we're following Amoco White Line, who leads him into turn 13. Excuse me, this is 12. This is 13. And Whiteline will lead another lap. 2 has been completed out of the that we are running. As we had a little glitch there. Rocco Timon and Colin Dryburgh, they pulled in within 0.05 of a second. So this race is not over by any means. Rocco Timon trying for redemption. Not Red Dead Redemption. Timon's trying to go for redemption. Timon probably coulda, woulda, shoulda won Texas, but just could not get around Whiteline on the final lap. Whiteline got a huge run on the outside, and it was Whiteline's race to win, and she did at Texas. So Timon is still looking for career win number 2 on the pylon scoreboard. Timon is one of those drivers where he doesn't really have that much success in the season, and he's not really running up front that much. But this season he has. He came close to winning that Texas. He's second spot again here at Road Atlanta. So unless something mechanical breaks on that 31 car, or Dryburgh passes him, or he moves up, Timon will get his second straight second place finish. He'll be like the Kyle Larson or Casey Kane of 2004, where Kane had 6 or 7 second place finishes. This will be Timon's second in 7 races. Dryburgh goes a little bit wide, as you see right there, the 3rd car in line. There's Morgan McPherson in the Telcel sponsored Toyota. Has not yet gone to victory lane in that Telcel sponsored Toyota. That's the title sponsor for this series. I'm pretty sure the executives at that company want that car to win. Nick Kennedy, our winner at Peach State, having a solid run in the 5th position. Simon Fox in 6th. Utah 7th. Crazy is crazy. Came in -1. He will leave. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll be -5 at least. Steve Morgan had a good run at Texas. Trying to rebound. 9th. Grayson Acevedo in 10th. And then Fitzwater. And we got a car that's trailing. That's Connor Hurley this time. So Fitzwater has gained a spot. Fitzwater, our winner at that, not Surges track. I can't even pronounce that track's name. Back up front we go. No change. Whiteline is just leading these drivers around. No one's really making any moves. Whoa! Nick Kennedy just spun out. So Kennedy's going to lose a lot of spots. Bad break for Nick Kennedy. He's going to go from 5th at least to 8th. As Crazy is Crazy is going to gain a spot. That's 1 point for Crazy. No, excuse me, that's Fitzwater. So bad break for Nick Kennedy if you're a fan. So Kennedy's top 5 goes up in smoke. Well, not literally, he just spins out. Timon has closed in once again. 5 laps have been completed. 3 laps to go here at Road Atlanta. Can Whiteline hold off Rocco Timon for the 2nd race in a row? Of course, if a caution comes out, we do have options of green-white checkers. The front 3 have spread out a little bit as Dryburgh has a car on his back bumper. That is the 3 of Morgan McPherson. Pearson trying to finish in P3 and get a podium finish as Morgan slid a little bit. That seems to be a tricky turn as Fitzwater gained a spot, as Nick Kennedy is now in last place again. Kennedy has 2 back-to-back last-place finishes at Central Texas and I think Willow Springs it was. Or was it Peach State? Whichever one it was. Kennedy had 2 back-to-back last-place finishes. So, unless something happened, Nick Kennedy will get his 3rd of the season. He might be the Mexico last car champion. Of course, for those of you who don't know, that's, you finish last the most times, you get an award. It's an award you don't want to have. 6 has been completed. 2 laps to go. If a caution comes out between now and the white, we will go green, white, checkered. White line has a 0.08 of a second lead over Rocco Timeman. As she leads him through the S's. Through this turn, she doesn't slide off the track. Crazy is crazy in the 7th spot, not where he wanted, but he will gain a point because Kennedy spun out through this little turn. White line just has to make it to the start-finish line for this race to be official, and then she has to stay on track for the last lap. And White line will pick up her 2nd win of the season and 2nd in a row, a la Colin Dryberg, what he did earlier. Dryberg won on a short track, and the next race he won on the road course. This time White line run on the Speedway, Speedway, and now she's trying to win on a road course. White flag, 1 lap to go. This race is official. Question is, can White Lion bring it back? Eases it off into turn number 1. Heading off towards turn number 2. Into the S's. Nice and easy. Into this turn where some drivers have spun out earlier. Whoa, she does save it. Looks like no one spins out. So she made it past the treble turn. Question is, can White line bring it back home? Into this turn. Timon trying to close in, but it looks like for the 2nd race in a row, Timon will be a bridesmaid to White line. Up this stretch. Heading towards turn 12. And into 13. And Keka White Line will go back-to-back here in the Mexico Series. Out the final turn, Keka White Line dominates and wins at Road Atlanta. Well, kind of a boring race as a road course, but what you gonna do? So here are your race results. Hecka White Lion wins for the 2nd race in a row by leading every single lap. 2nd, Rocco Timon for the 2nd race in a row. 3rd, points leader Colin Dryberg. 4th, Morgan McPherson. 5th, Simon Fox. 6th, Utai. 7th, Crazy is Crazy. 8th, Grayson Video. 9th, Zachary Fitzwater. And 10th, Connor Hurley. 11th, Nick Kennedy. Steve Morgan on the last lap. Drops down to finish last. Well, we will take you to victory lane for the 2nd straight race with Keka White Lion. Here are the points standings after the 7th race of the season at Road Atlanta. Keka White Line is our brand new points leader. She has a 1-point lead over Colin Dryberg. 3rd is Crazy is Crazy, 6 points back. 4th, Simon Fox, 12 points behind. And 5th, Utai, 17 points behind. 6th is Connor Hurley. 7th, Rocco Timon. 8th, Steve Morgan. 9th, Nick Kennedy. And 10th, Morgan McPherson. 11th is Zachary Fitzwater. And 12th in points is Grayson Video. So that is your point stands after the 7th race of the season at Road America. We will next see you at the 8th race of the season at, I'm not sure what track we'll be at. But until then, keep the hammer down and we'll see you at the track.